Four signs your spirit's saying hell no. Hey y'all, I know I disappeared for a minute, but I had to get myself together emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and honestly, all of that. But I'm back, and today we're not easing in. We're talking about something that's literally saved me from destroying my own life multiple times. Hashtag it did get destroyed, but this was because I ignored my intuition. Have you ever been in a situation where nothing looks wrong, but everything feels wrong? Like on paper, it makes sense, but the people around you say you're tripping. You even try to convince yourself you're tripping, but your body refuses to cooperate. Your chest is tight, your stomach's uneasy, the mood kind of shifts around certain people, and the craziest part is that you start searching for evidence instead of justifying just leaving and removing yourself. That right there is where most people lose themselves because intuition rarely comes from proof first, it comes from discomfort first. When you're someone who feels energy deeply, you will be labeled dramatic, crazy, sensitive, paranoid, all of the classics. Not because you're wrong, it's because you're reacting earlier than everyone else. So most people wait for damage before they truly trust themselves and their intuition. Your spirit doesn't. So here are four signs that your spirit is saying hell no, and what happens when you ignore it. Starting off with number one, the random anxiety. And no way, shape, or form am I talking about if you have clinical anxiety. Genuinely, you get anxious. I mean, like you were perfectly fine, and then suddenly, when you're around a certain group of people or you're in a situation, you get very anxious. And it's like nothing happened, nobody said anything crazy, but you just simply cannot relax. So you replay conversations later, you feel uneasy for hours after leaving, your mind is scanning for something you missed. And that's because your intuition detects before your logic does. So your brain wants facts, but your spirit recognizes familiarity. So you start doing detective work like, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm projecting. Maybe I just have trust issues. Maybe there's something wrong with me. And now you're arguing with the signal instead of receiving it. Here's the truth. Discomfort is information. Yes, discomfort is information. The warning is simply peace leaving your body. And the moment you start needing evidence just to justify your feelings, you're already negotiating with yourself. The second sign that everybody talks about and people just be like, oh my god, it means nothing, it means something. Number two is that your dreams begin getting loud. Most people ignore it, and it's just absolutely absurd to me because think about it. During the day, your mind rationalizes everything. At night, there's no ego, no social pressure, and just no denial. So clarity begins to slip through. Like, you ever pray for clarity and then you get a dream the next day? You ask for confirmation and then you get a dream about the exact situation, and then you wake up like, oh my god, like this is just insane, this is strange. But then months later, it plays out. And no, the reason why ignoring dreams isn't mystical, it's psychological. Because you subconsciously process something that your conscious did not want to accept yet. So when you override, you teach yourself that your own perception can't be trusted. And once self-trust breaks, oh my god, self-trust breaking is the worst thing ever. You begin dependent on external validation. Now you need people to confirm what you already feel. And not everyone that you trust benefits from you trusting yourself. And that's why people stay in the wrong situation longer than they should. Even me, I'm no perfect saint, but not because they didn't know, it's just because they didn't believe themselves and they didn't trust themselves. Okay, number three, this is the one that nobody talks. Starting to feel tired in specific environments. Not sleepy, tired, drained, exhausted. After interacting with certain people, do you have headaches, heavy chest, stomach issues, sudden fatigue? It's nothing dramatic happens. It's like your body's reacting like it survived something. It's because your nervous system is on alert. Being around the wrong energy can really impact you, and I really need you to be more selective about the rooms you put yourself in, because it's not a joke out here. Energy is not a joke. And every time, even as somebody who's been on their spiritual journey, it's like, when I first came to college, I'm just underneath the impression that, you know what, we're all adults now. This energy shit is not a game. Like, this energy shit is just a little game back then, and blah 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 blah. Then once I started experiencing physical symptoms in my heart and my spirit and my just everything's just off. Like, the best way to describe this, it felt like I was underneath like a spiritual attack. Like, and I know there's somebody going through this, and that's why I made this video today. I'm like, you're not crazy. You need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, you're not insane. Okay, it's like this lingering feeling of anxiety, and especially if you know that you're a naturally like confident person, like you usually don't care, like you just carefree, you happy, you're confident, girl. And all of a sudden you start feeling depressed and drained, your body hurts, you leave environments, you feel drained, like all you want to do is sleep all the time, it's hard for you to get out of bed. Whatever you've been surrounding yourself around and whatever you've been tapping into, baby, baby, get out of there. Something that nobody talks about enough. Energy doesn't lie, okay? Energy does not lie. Trust your intuition. If you feel uncomfortable or you feel like something's just not right in your spirit, trust yourself. Every time I've had a dream about somebody in my life, or I had a negative feeling, or I have a negative gut, God always proves me right. Okay. The reason why dreams, like when I tell you the reason why dreams are so sacred and so important and just so special is because there's been so many times where I have completely just sat there and I've like prayed about something and I'm like, God, like give me a dream, give me a sign, give me something. Like when God showed me like, oh my God, like what was going on and gave me the clarity, and I still chose, even though he had warned me, and I still chose to go against my own self because I wanted to be happy, or I wanted to have temporary happiness for that time. I learned so much from like the cost of you ignoring your intuition to keep your own ego happy and yourself happy is going to cost you much more in the long run compared to if you just listen to yourself the first time. Listen to yourself the first time. With women, our intuition is nothing to be played with. Listen to yourself the first time. Okay, I've watched myself predict things in other people's life, predict things for myself, predict, like I've watched it all. First, I was seeing this as a disadvantage. When I first had this realization of like literally stop asking for signs, I stopped. I just was like, living like a rock. Not only you not listening to your intuition is going to completely destabilize your whole identity because you no longer trust yourself, but it's also going to cost you to go crazy. Like you're going to go crazy if you don't listen to yourself. So please, for the love of God, for everything, if you get anything from this video, if you get anything, okay, get that you need to trust yourself. Okay. Number 4, you become someone you don't like. This is the last sign. When you ignore your intuition long enough, you destabilize your identity. You start reacting differently. You're irritated faster. You take things more personally. You over-explain yourself. You overanalyze every interaction. And small things start to feel big because you're nervous. Because your nervous system is already activated. You defend before understanding. You withdraw before confirming. You argue against things that nobody accused you of. And then you sit here like, why am I acting like this? A part of you knows the truth, another part of you is forcing normalcy. So the internal conflict splits you in between two people. The one who knows and the one who's performing, which is completely exhausting. So now you're not just dealing with the situation, but you're dealing with betraying yourself inside the situation. So the irritation isn't about others, it's a grief towards yourself, and every moment you felt the truth but you negotiated with it. The cost of ignoring it all. Okay? People think intuition protects you from pain. No. It protects you from prolonged pain. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, like it's prolonged pain that's protected from. So ignoring it doesn't stop the lesson. It just upgrades the intensity. It's like first it whispers, then it nudges, then it disrupts loudly, and then it forces clarity. And it's not punishment, it's just simply alignment. It's not punishment, it's simply alignment. It's not punishment, it's simply alignment. So if something keeps saying no, stop waiting for something terrible to happen to justify leaving. Not every warning looks dramatic. And honestly, sometimes it looks like just peace slowly disappearing in all aspects of your life. You don't need proof to protect yourself. And your intuition isn't trying to ruin your life, it's trying to stop you from building one where you abandon yourself just to keep something comfortable. So the cost of ignoring yourself will always be heavier than the cost of you letting it go. And peace doesn't come from forcing things to worse. Peace comes from listening to yourself, the first line. So when your spirit or your gut or your intuition says hell no, answer back to that queen and be like, I hear you. I hear you. And this time, don't negotiate. And with that being said, mommy out.